You wouldn't believe it, but Fuxen's mother has been battling chronic illness, and his dad is like a strict coach. Fuxen hopes to snag a scholarship through study. In fact, Fuxen doesn't dislike Baris, he's just worried that love might mess with his studies at this pivotal graduation moment. But the next day, Baris staggered into his classroom, and Fuxen was as mad as if he caught his mom sneaking candy, pulling him out. He told Baris, "This isn't your party, buddy. This isn't as romantic as you think." Just then, Fuxen's classmate Hader walked by and asked, "Hey, Fuxen, you okay?" Up, and I kept saying, "We built this place together." Turns out, Baris designed the whole building. He's a total artistic genius. Fuxen felt humiliated. Baris won't give up easily. Soon, he sought Fuxen and found him intimate with another man as if it's a party. Whispering in class, Baris' heart burned like a volcano. His no time was just an excuse. Suddenly, Fuxen saw him and Baris dashed away. Fuxen pursued, while Baris, like a cop chasing a thief, accused him of being sneaky. Baris shouted, "No more of this canary excuse. If you have a boyfriend, just be honest." Zion said, "This isn't my girlfriend." In cool. Baris was stunned, and his face lit up like he just chugged a can of soda. He greeted the other guy. "I see you're happy in love like a cheerful little bird." Baris slowly turned and walked toward Fuxen, like a slow-motion movie opening, thinking, "I can't lose her." Fuxen's expression went from shocked to happy. He reached out to stroke Baris' cheek, like he was shattering a wave of love. Baris took Fuxen to meet friends, then performed on stage. Fuxen laughed like getting cheap takeout. He even squeezed in time to take Fuxen to meet his parents, picking the first fruit from the tree, all while planning an early birthday bash. Their love was heating up like a microwave, but conflicts erupted like a volcano. That day, Baris got schooled by his mentor. Due to slacking off, his graduation project was at a standstill. If he didn't submit in 3 days, his graduation ceremony would be postponed. Meanwhile, Fuxen's survey was hanging by a thread. He cried to Baris, as if finishing in 3 days was an impossible. If he couldn't finish the survey, the scholarship would go down the drain. Baris gently reassured him, "Don't worry, there's still time." Next, Baris started knocking on doors like Charlton Heston as the number of surveys dwindled. It was a real doorbell mission. During this time, Fuxen began to genuinely fall for this guy, giving him a sense of peace. Problems were resolved, and Fuxen looked at Baris' tattoo, feeling all warm inside. "I want a couple's tattoo too." The tattoo artist began to prepare, while Fuxen couldn't help but yell in pain. Seeing Fuxen's pained look, Baris felt as if rain fell in his heart. He told Fuxen to quit, but Fuxen, like a warrior, insisted on finishing. "I'll wait for you at the door." But he couldn't wait long and charged back in, insisting Fuxen should quit. Yes, Baris loved Fuxen so much that even the slightest pain felt like a blow to his heart. Not long after, Baris finally graduated successfully, and Fuxen realized that Baris had almost given up everything for him. The very next morning, Baris switched off the alarm clock to allow Fuxen to sleep in for a bit longer, but this action nearly ruined their love. Baris stood frozen, feeling like he had been struck by lightning, as Fuxen stormed off, unaware that his angry words were fatal to Baris, and the ensuing rage made him pound the drums like he was at a crazy party. He ignored Fuxen's calls, not angry at Fuxen, but blaming himself as if he lost a fortune. He blamed himself for turning off that alarm, and his emotions were on a roller coaster ride. Baris' days felt like a game of mahjong, suddenly volatile then eerily quiet, like early signs of bipolar disorder. Those with bipolar disorder have their emotions magnified, shooting up like a rocket, and the worst part is there's no cure. Since leaving Fuxen, his life lacks sunshine. Suddenly, Fuxen's classmate found him and, like a sheriff, said, "Fuxen's mom has passed away," which broke Baris' heart, and he flew to Fuxen and hugged him tightly. "I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you." His heart was in an extremely complicated state until eventually the music ceased, and a banner slowly unfolded displaying the words, "I love you. I love you. I love you." Fuxen told his dad everything, but his dad was resolute, like a tough guy with an iron will. He thought his daughter was too young for marriage, insisting that education should come first. "I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you." Fuxen's father was totally unaware, mumbling to himself at home. He stayed at home quietly, just like background music. He was sitting quietly at home, with the audience silently mourning for him. He's staying at home, truly a rather boring character. He was just like a decoration at home, completely lacking energy. He sat quietly at home, just like a stone with no breeze. He remains as quiet as a cat at home, entirely unrelated to the audience's mood. He was sitting quietly at home, with the background music having dropped to 0 volume. Well, his existence was just like a silent backdrop, with nothing special.